We all have a rebel within us. It's that voice that we summons when something is not right, when we need to speak out when there is an injustice. It's often romanticised in film and in plays of how brave these people are. There is, though, a lot of confusion that goes with it. This video will talk about our rebel within, the confusion that we feel of being part of it, and how we can summon the power and the strength to deal with the injustices that we come across in life. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, subscribe to the Mind Life channel, leave your comments, and click the notification bell to be aware of future videos. This is how to source our rebel within, and I look forward to seeing you on our next journey. In life, from our womb to grave, we are constantly being taught. We are taught what is law, what was war, and to whom we are to conform. There is no doubt a role for education and rules in society to bring order and civility into our lives. Do we, though, after what could seem an eternity of obedience, ever question, this is all we really signed up for in life? While most of us consider ourselves as ambassadors for morality, few would admit their thoughts at times may stray into much deeper and darker places. And like anything, there are limits, and yet once these limits reach a level of distress, our rebel within is born. This video will talk about the rebel that exists in us all, where no matter how feeble or fearsome we think we are, there is an element of dissension that lies in all of our souls. And it is this rebel within that represents a deep journey of who we are, courtesy of the philosophy of Albert Camus. Our rebel within is a declaration of dissonance between the values of one over another. It's a demand for clarity, equality and unity, a call into question of the power we hold that we thought that we never had. As our rebel within starts from a silent, isolated voice within. It is born from our agitated minds, and even though it is duly profound and confused, our rebel within is formed from a power portrayed for our passions. It is when we speak out for freedom, where such a time will approach where we may have to struggle for the sake of our principles. Our rebel within may isolate us, for it is a realisation of what becomes absurd that will diverge us from others. It is the birth of our identity, as it is our rebel within that represents our self, as a thought is something that is created from our own minds and not through others. We become rebellious as we learn, as it is through our school of life that we become wary and understand that with new knowledge, we create our improved selves to base our first values. It is a quandary that we all face. It demonstrates the two possible opposing worlds that exist in our minds. As while we yearn for pleasure and passivity, it will force us to be cohesive to the restless absurdity in life, which is unavoidable. In order to exist, man must rebel, but rebellion must respect the limits that discovers in itself, limits where minds meet, and in meeting, begin to exist. This quote asks us the question of what we do with our rebel within. As it is all too well that a rebel refuses oppression to fulfill a better life for themselves, to then turn ourselves into the same tyrant that we have distanced ourselves from. Something history has shown us repeatedly. And this shows us that our rebel within goes far deeper than the simple resentment against others. It's an invitation to look within, be courageous and question the confusion that troubles us, and to challenge our thinking to determine a way through our fears. It is in essence a movement that considers our purpose in life, as we know to stay idle is no longer an option. So we must find our voice to manage our way through each obstacle, at each moment in time that we face them. as to invite our ever within, or render our emotions, contort our limbs into every compulsion. It will redefine our existence.